Alright, today we are playing Pioneer with some blue-white Pixie Monument. So, we've got Oketra's Monument, makes our creatures that are white cost 1 less. We've got Starfield Shepherd that we can cast for 1 mana, make a 1/1, get a Pixie, play the Pixie, get a 1/1, pick up the Shepherd, replay, so on and so forth. And aside from that, we've just got the typical sort of blue-white shell for Pixie stuff. This down, banned in Standard, we can still play it in Pioneer. And then we've got some Legion landings to pick up, and Stormchaser's down to pick up alongside Spyglass Siren. You want a lot of 1-drops to be able to flip your landing. That's obviously pretty powerful. So yeah, this deck is kind of mopey. We're sort of leaning on this town and the Seam Rip stuff to interact. We'll see how that goes. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we get ran over by some of the faster decks in the format. But we do have some decent interaction, and we have a low curve. Sideboard, I've got a bunch of random stuff. Extra Skyclaves. Innocence for the black decks. A Giant Killer, just you can blow up the thing from Unholy Annex. It's tutorable by Shepherd. And then Invasion for control, some extra counter spells, and knockout blows for red. So if you want this list, it will be in the description, or most of the lists are also on my Mox field, so you can check them out there. And I will see you all in the games. Goes first. I think this is obviously keep. I don't know exactly what we're playing on turn 1, but we'll see what they do. We're getting thought seized. Unlucky. Assume my Monument is Gonzo, but maybe they take the Shepherd. I think Monument is typically going to be my best card against these black mid-range decks, but it does ask a lot. Like, I have to have the mana to play it, and then stuff in hand, which can be kind of difficult against Thoughtseize. It's like similar to Mono Green, where sometimes you just end up with a bunch of mana, but you don't have enough things to do. Okay. Did I just play the Veteran? I guess. I mean, the life gain might matter. Not sure what we're getting with the Shepherd yet. It's aggressive. Okay. Think we can just get a Pixie. Yeah, so the only like utility thing I have other than Pixies and the Sirens is this thing. There's a lot of different stuff you could play. I just don't know like what's optimal. There's a reason there's a Giant Killer in the sideboard, for example. Alright, no land. What's this deck's plan against the Greasefang build, if I may ask? Probably just die. It depends which one you mean. Like, the stock one is black-white, but... I mean, you could... There's a lot of different Pioneer decks that do different powerful things. It's kind of difficult to beat all of them. I'm not really that interested in, like, having a plan for every deck. I'm more trying to figure out, like, what things seem legitimately powerful, and then, like, after that, you can sort of figure out the rest. Okay. Alright, well, maybe we can beat a Mana-screwed opponent. Oh, no. It's a good card. Good card. You've never heard me say this before, but I think that card is good. Okay. Pretty mediocre beatdowns, but they're at 12. I'm gonna save this for like a big demon. Pixie plus like Seam Rip Portable Hold does play nicely against tokens, but maybe I should have saved the Otawara even. It's like more mana efficient. I could just let them have the Fable token now. Yeah, good card. Okay. Yeah, not really getting much help. That being said, we did get help in the fact that our opponent just didn't play a third land for a bunch of turns, so... it's gonna be 7 and a blocker. They'll just be dead, right? It'll be prowess, so I can get the Pixie. I was thinking if the counter from the Siren potentially ever mattered, but I think if their turn is just make a demon... I guess I didn't consider that. Whatever. We'll probably be fine either way. This town would be very nice in this spot. Alright, so we're blowing up Angel, we're activating Mutable, and then we're just going to race like that. Yeah, I think we're dead. Can't really interact with Mutable and Annex. Annex is just really gross. Duskmourn and Bloomburrow are just such broken sets. What the fuck do I do? Couldn't find an instant. We drew a lot of lands. My deck has 22 lands in it, and we are very good at drawing them. I guess I'm saving the portable hole and hoping that they make a demon. I kind of doubt they will at this point. Like, they might be playing around more bounce effects, which I don't have. I have 1 quadrillion lands, but... That's a good one. Yeah, I compared this card to Uro, but I think it's kind of unfair because this card is so much harder to interact with than Uro. Shit. Have I drawn a spell? Like, what the fuck is this game, by the way? Like, what? Did I draw a spell that game? I got 2 or 3 pixies off the Shepherd? I got 3. Did I actually not draw a fucking spell? I don't think I drew a spell. Am I wrong, or did I not draw a fucking spell that game? I had this, it got exiled. I had a portable hole, and then I had the monument got Thoughtseized. Maybe I did draw one of the pixies. I don't know. Whatever. That was depressing. That fucking sucked. Alright, I think Pierce is good against Fable and, what's it called? I guess I definitely want the Giant Killer. I want these. And then I think I want the Skyclaves. They're really awkward against Annex because they get an 8/8, but, like, I think it's just worth it. I don't know if I want Nowhere to Run. I think Invasion is good. Seam Rip's mediocre. I don't know. I probably want some number of Seam Rip / Portable Hole, just because they do have, like, the Goblin tokens and the Demon tokens. I really don't know what the hell I'm supposed to board out. Like, it's kind of awkward taking out one of these, but I want to say it's just the thing I should do. Maybe I just don't need all these Skyclave Apparitions. They're not that important. Could just not have the Pierce. But I think I want it. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably Spyglass Siren. It's probably my worst card. It's hard to say, but, like... It seems like I wanted all the other cards, and it's not like it's that important for me to have Spyglass Siren on turn 1. As I say that, the Spyglass Siren looks pretty important. I don't know. This hand's nice, though. I think in this matchup, you basically just want to rip Monument. Like, after they Thoughtseize you. Duress. That's really funny that I just, like, couldn't get an instant or sorcery into my graveyard for my stupid class, but they boarded in Duress against me. I'm not saying they're wrong, it's just funny. I don't think I need the extra blue. Just because of the monument, I just want more planes. These aren't great against red-black. Like, it's a lot better against mono-black, I think. But once they have Torch the Tower, like, Torch answers this really cleanly. It's kind of embarrassing against Torch the Tower. But, whatever. This is good, though. Like, if this gets to live, I get 2 draws. Okay. Sure. Guess I didn't need to do that before attacks. I don't know. I don't care if they push this. I'm not going to map. I think the Kirin's just going to eat the map. If I do this now, I guess I can find a land, but... I'm supposed to attack in case they fatal push. I don't think they should ever fatal push this stupid fucking Spyglass Siren, but I guess... I don't know. They should have done it before I can untap with a Kirin, right? I don't really know what they're doing. Whatever. Alright, well, that's a good draw. It's kind of tempting. I think I'm just going to eat the map with my Kirin and assume that I'm going to find a land off the 2 draws. I think that's a reasonable spot to be. It's shielded time. Could double block this. Don't even hate that. I don't really need the things on the board. I'm getting the cards where I want them. I don't really want to take the damage, so... And it's not like a 2-for-1 in a traditional sense, so... Untap land would have been nice. Yep, Annex is good. And you have Mutable. They never don't have Mutable. Like, this is why Annex is so broken in Pioneer. It's just, like, you never take damage from it. It's just disgusting. Alright, let's get blue... Play this. And then Veteran. Okay. So we're kind of set up. Question is, can we beat Unholy Annex? Like, we're drawing cards, we're doing stuff, but we're not Lightning Helixing every time. I think because we have this town, we'll probably end up being fine, but... Okay, as I say that. It goes away and we have Redundant Monument, so... I believe I put in the Giant Killer, though, so this is going to be able to get it. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, you... Guess I'll just get Giant Killer. We're Unholy Annexing with extra steps. Instead of just playing a land and an Unholy Annex, we've got Enduring Innocence, Monument, Pixies. We've got all this bullshit to make things good happen. You got a Daemon. That was a good draw. That was a good draw too. Well, if they don't have a sweeper, they may be doomed. Okay, we were just going to play the dunes, bounce the demon, attack, and then they have to sweep us. I think regardless of what they do, once we double up the power of our board with the dunes, they just die. So, alright, sweet game. Yeah, I mean, Skyclave Apparition is just awkward against Annex and Fable. Like, it's part of why they're so powerful. Like, Annex is interesting because you can answer it more cleanly, but I think it's more powerful. Where, like, if I just cast Naturalize after you play Annex and I leave up mana, then you don't get any cards. Fable, it's, like, impossible to do that. You have to counter it. If you don't counter it, then they just have two incredibly important pieces of cardboard that you need to interact with. So, I don't know about Skyclave Apparition. But, like, what the hell else am I going to have? I guess just more landings. I could just do No More Lies and hope I don't get Thoughtseize. But they have Duress, too. Like, I could draw it. I mean, I could do stuff later. It's really awkward. Like, counterspells are so bad against discard spells. It's, like, pretty easy for them to play around them. They'd have, a relatively low curve. Maybe I just have to have the Skyclave Apparitions, even though they're not good. I'm going to try without them. I think we just drew relatively well that game. And then maybe we have another Enduring Innocence that doesn't get torched. So... yeah, we keep drawing this one of Veteran. It's not that bad, though. I love getting Thoughtseized every moment. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I guess we have double blue. May as well gain the life. This gets blocked by, like, an X2, but I don't know. I'm gaining 2 life instead of dealing 1 damage. Seems fine. Nada. Alright, so we're getting Fabled or Annexed. Can't imagine that's not happening. Maybe they don't have the land, but nothing on 2. Okay, I'm very wrong. I mean, they have 8 of those effects. Main phase, anoint your guy. What the fuck? Maybe it's better on the flyer. I don't think this is good enough. It does feel bad to pass up on a spell, but... so what could they have? It could be Shieldred. Could be they do have a 3. Huh. I guess I'll just bounce the Siren. And then activate this. Yeah. Sure. I guess I should have played one on blue. I'm so used to, like, getting as many planes as possible for the monument stuff, but, like, I do have 3 blue cards to play. Okay, so what does that mean? That means I could play the landing, bounce the landing. I get to play more spells, right? So it's 2, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. So I want... Okay. Yeah, their draw looks kind of terrible. It's just like, I've said this before, like in videos, and I'll keep saying it. Like the games where there is not a Fable and Mirrorbreaker, you feel it way more against Mono Black. But like the games where they don't have one of those cards, like their decks are just embarrassing. But when they do, it's just like, I don't know, it feels like they're just crushing you. Nice. All right. Well, we beat three interaction spells on Shouldered with our incredibly fun this town combo. That was sweet though. I mean, sort of saw the deck from both axes. You saw the monument part, and then you also saw the this town part. So GG's. Against Yorion, I would like to go first. I think this hand is worth keeping. I think any hand that's like stuff plus Pixie Enabler plus Pixie on the plays, I keep. You just get to use all your mana. You get to use 3 mana on the first few turns, and then you have like pretty high pressure, whether it's the Otter one or Legion Landing. And flipping landing is so powerful. Like Legion Landing is, I don't know. I think it's a very powerful card. I could be wrong, but I've played with it a decent amount, and it's pretty consistently impressive. But it's hard, because sometimes it's just a shitty 1/1 for 1, but when you flip it, it is just... It's a Moxen in addition to... It's like a lifelink Llanowar Elves. It is just so good. So even if we get swept, we get to make 1/1. We get to Shepherd into Pixie, landing into Pixie. So we can rebuild relatively quickly. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. Like, if they have, like, Wandering Emperor or whatever, it's probably going to buy them enough time to be able to take over, but we'll see. They don't sweep here. Pretty decent pressure. So now I get to ask myself, do I want to add more to the board? So Shepherd. Shepherd, Pixie, leave up Kirin. I think that's worth. This kind of forces a sweeper, right? Maybe it's not the best use of my Kirin, but it sort of forces a sweeper. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want them to have a sweeper, obviously, but decent to be able to put them in a spot where... Oh, didn't want to do that, I don't think. I guess it's fine. So we get Pixie. I guess I want the land drop, probably. So we're gonna get Yorion next turn. Can't get a giant killer. I'm just gonna have to run our stuff into it. Probably doesn't work. Maybe. Maybe we can just cross the finish line. I thought about using the portable hold just to block the cards, but... I don't know how relevant that is. I just need to, like, chip them. Yep. You draw this town. This is a spot where the main deck Giant Killer would have been really, really good. Instead of the Lunarch. It's probably worth having, right? Like, what's the matchup where it doesn't do anything? I think we're dead though. Maybe I draw the Dunes. Like I could have more Shefet Dunes in my deck. That card makes a huge difference in a lot of games, but I don't know. Guess they have the this thing either way. So block is 6, 7, 8. I mean, there's just no universe where I ever get to attack them for lethal from the spot without a Dunes. I probably don't kill them with a Dunes, considering they have a bunch of cards. They got to double them, and maybe if I had, fuck. Oh shit. That's sad. I was gonna say maybe if I had gone after the Omen. Which I probably should have. Like, maybe they don't get to this farewell, for example. It's an awkward play. It ties down my mana. I have less pressure on the board, but... I mean, it's some of these spots where it's like, well, I need to get lucky. Part of making it so you can get lucky is not allowing your opponent to have card filtering. So, I don't know. Tough game. I don't think we're winning from this spot. Our deck is not very well configured for blue-white control. I could have a million counter spells in my sideboard. I don't. I probably should, maybe. Seems like we're decent off against what's it called? Creature decks, but we'll see. We've got some stuff. I think I want the Giant Killer just because they're a Yorion deck. I don't really think this thing's gonna matter. Maybe I don't need the Giant Killer though. These are really bad. These are not great. This is terrible. So yeah, I mean it could be Giant Killer just is not there, but it's possible they have other like weird Baneslayer type things. This can tap blockers. It's still just a 1-drop. It's not great. But I think I want all my other stuff. I'm going to take out a Siren. It's possible that it's just this town. Maybe this town is... This messes up temporary lockdown, I guess. Yeah, I just don't have very many good cards here. I don't know. We'll keep the Giant Killer. I think with all the Angels being able to tutor it up, even if it's not high impact when it's naturally drawn, the fact that I can tutor it up and just like cross the finish line. Because Yorion is... I don't know. I mean, God only knows why Yorion's a 4/5, but it is very difficult to kill someone through it if they're not just already dead. So, I think the Giant Killer makes sense, even though it's not really a card that's good against blue-white control. But it's still like a body. Like it can help me flip my Legion's Landing. You know, it's something to pick up. You can tap Restless whatevers when they want to attack me. Okay, 10 seems good. I mean, we've got sideboard cards. Will it be good enough? I'm not sure. I do have to make a decision on whether or not I want to cast this Enduring Innocence, because if they have no more lives and temporary lockdown, it's like really bad for me. I think we're just going to attack them. I mean, if they do something right here. I don't think we'll fight over this. If they want to normalize it, that's fine. We can maybe fight over this. Depending on what they do. It's like pretty valuable to flip this. I mean, the lockdown's still going to be really bad for me, but... I think I just want it. It's just too much stuff. I get the body on the board, I get a mana, I get a land that produces threats. We'll just, I don't know, we just have to hope they don't have lockdown. I mean, if they do have lockdown, we get to potentially just resolve Endurance and then have the land. Which, you know, is a fine spot. Beza would be pretty annoying. I don't even know what I would do against the Beza. Okay, Wandering Emperor is 8, I deal 6. What else would they have? Get Lost is deal 6. I think we're just supposed to put them on Wandering Emperor. What if I this town? Yeah, I mean, that's worth doing. So do I want the Innocence or do I want the bodies on the board? You're at 1 life, so I think I can just get the Innocence. Maybe that's not true. So Innocence is just better against Wrath of God. Like, Wrath of God seems like the thing that they have to have. This is a 2/2. So if they have second Wandering Emperor, I probably want to play a card first. Second Wandering Emperor is 3 life. Block is... Yeah, I have the Prowess trigger, so I was going to say, they're dead if they have second Wandering Emperor. Okay, well, we got a post-board game, which is nice. Seems like we can maybe do that again. Like I said, I just have a lot of mopey cards here, but worked out. I mean, blue-white control can just lose to itself. I think that's part of the reason people don't really like the deck. It's like one of the Pioneer decks that just has a higher curve. So sometimes, like, you miss your third or fourth land in your deck. Can struggle. Also, like, Spell Pierce exists. It's rough to have your 4 mana cards Spell Pierced or whatever. Sometimes it's the black decks that just cast 2 discard spells and an Unholy Annex. It's another circumstance where you could just be dead. I don't really get the blue-white control deck, to be honest. Seems like people that are, like, pretty good at Magic win with it, but it never seems like it's actually that good to me. I don't really care about all these pain lands. I think this hand is good. Going back to what I said about Pixie plus 1 mana thing. Yeah, so we want max damage, which is talent. So this looks like they might have kept a temporary lockdown hand. I don't think it really changes my plays. I guess I could play the Siren technically. Maybe it's better for me, but I think I should still just max damage. Like, I missed the prowess here, and then I also just don't put the prowess thing into play. So, I don't know. I guess putting the prowess thing into play doesn't matter that much, but... Alright, no double white. I don't think there's much of a reason to main phase this. Sure, I guess they can hope I don't have an island. Yeah, I mean, this is very good for me. I think I'm just slamming the Innocence. It dodges lockdown. I'm not that worried about Verdict. I have this land in play now. Like, I sort of have everything I want. 1 mana removal spell, wow. What was that, March? Yeah, I mean, that is pretty annoying. I didn't think about this. Oh well. Fucked up my turn. They're at 14. So now when I get locked down, it's actually like a big deal. Yeah, that's pretty rough. I kind of have to play the Kirin naked. I have to play the Kirin naked and just hope I draw land. Man, fuck. That sucks. It's like a pretty specific sequence in a spot where they're getting punished by having all these colorless lands. And then it just happened. And now, I mean, I can hit land, but if I brick, it's kind of annoying. Yeah. Now they can just no-moralize me. I think we probably lost, which is really sad. Because it felt like a spot that was... Oh, they Yoriant. Huh. So they want to blink this? I mean, it's pretty annoying. Should I counter? I mean, we're kind of screwed. Maybe not. I just need the giant killer. So if they Yori on me, they blink this. They're at 6. Oh, it's Verdict. Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously not as bad. Are they dead? They're not dead. Why would they be dead? I think what happens if they end up Yorioning me. So it's 4. Can you get farewelled, I guess? It's not gonna name. No, I mean they shocked this land, so it's possible they don't have 6 land. Maybe they drew this. I guess they needed they needed blue, so now they could have had it. Somehow just don't have blue mana till now. So I have the Dunes. They play the Yorion. They get the lockdown reset. I get to draw a card, and then I have a 4/3 in play. Probably still going to be good enough for them. But maybe we find a way to kill the Yorion and just kill them. Like, if I can get to the giant killer. So I just have to draw the Warp Angel, right? I have to draw the Warp Angel, or we just have to rebuild with a bunch of cards. Like, I think if they had Farewell, they would have slammed it, no? Okay, deal with Dunes. Sure. I don't know, what are they doing now? I don't know how they're beating this 4/3. It's possible they messed up and they thought they had another Plains and they just have 2. And now they can't, like, Wandering Emperor? I don't know. But yeah, that's like... all these colorless lands, like, legitimately cost them. I guess you can argue they got unlucky because they drew both their Plains, but... I don't know. I'm not a blue-white master. I can definitely appreciate how important things like Demolition Field are when you're getting Unholy Annex. Like, killing Mutavault is a really big deal, but... Alright, sweet. Well, we beat blue-white. I didn't really expect that, but we kind of just found some of our sideboard cards, and our deck was a little bit leaner. Our mana ended up being slightly better than our opponents, so I will take it. GG's. I mean, this hand is... I think I'm a mulligan. Okay. An interesting spot. So I'd never want to mull... oh, no, come back. I never want to mull these 3 cards. I think I'm supposed to just keep interaction, and I think I want to use the Siren to find me an additional land for the monument, so I think this is the hand. Okay, could be angels. I don't think I want that. Sand's kind of okay against angels. It's gonna be awkward though. Like if they play the bishop, I don't know. Yeah, that too. Nah, I think we just gem this. Because we can double spell. Assuming, like, if this gets Skyclave Apparition, I guess that's annoying, but then I just see him rip the Giada. Yeah, that sucks. Never get to Oketra's monument. Feels bad. Not really sure what I want to do here. I guess I could Pixie Siren. It's not that good though. I'm just gonna wait. Like they're gonna play Collecting Company and we're gonna concede the game, so whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of how this goes. Maybe they don't have it. Yeah, that's fine. That is not, in fact, Collecting Company. Alright, so what did they play? Yeah, I mean, might be company time. I think they played this. I wasn't really paying attention, but could be Reconstruction for 2, which is the same shit. Alright, so I think, assuming they played this, they probably have Whole plus company, and they want this in play first. Yeah, it's very bad for me. Alright, they bricked. They bricked, but it might not matter. I think we didn't... I don't know, I just don't know if we got the pressure we needed quickly enough. So I could Pixie this, I get a 3-3, and then I eat the Portable Hole, I Seam Rip, I take the Giada. I assume that's my best line. What if I attack with this? Trades here, I get a 1-1, they get a 3-3. I mean, either way, it's kind of bad. It's just like, it's really hard to beat. You can't really beat the Angel deck when your goal is to attack them with creatures. It's kind of impossible. Like, their deck just has to fail, which it's pretty consistent. It's just the type of Pioneer deck that's like, I don't even know what to compare it to. It's like, it's kind of like Boggles, where like, in Old Modern, there were just matchups where it's like, yeah, you're never going to lose to them ever. You're playing Boggles. And then there's also matchups where it's like, yeah, you can't beat them. You will never beat them. You just won't, you won't beat them. You're playing Boggles. Basically what Angels is. Okay, I think what I said is what I should do. But I assume they have more of their 8 collect company effects, so. No, they didn't, but, you know, fair enough. That's 2 things. That's kind of collect company. Stack accomplishing anything? Not really. Kirin. Yeah, this matchup seems fucking rough. What can I find? I don't even think I have an answer to this, right? I could change the removal in my deck. It's tricky. Like the mice deck really just fucks up Pioneer so much because you like have to play things that can answer. Like this part of why I have the Seam Rips and the Portable Holes. You like have to play things that can interact with the stuff they're doing. But then I should say it fucks up Pioneer. Maybe that's what a lot of people like in Magic, but it just like forces you to play these cards that can be hit or miss in other spots. I mean, I'm kind of complaining, but I think Seam Rip is fine against Angels. Like their 2-drops are really important. Can I triple block? I guess. I'm just supposed to triple block and hope they never find anything. I don't know what the card it is that I'm looking for. Like, I can only find... I have 1 Skyclave Apparition. It already got spent. I can find this town. But then it gets replayed. I guess it's not that as big. This being 3rd Giada. I think I'm just gonna eat this 1-1 and then trade. So what happens when I alpha? I don't know if this is right, but I'm just doing stuff. We're out here. I think they're just going to block 4-6, yeah. My life sucks. My life double sucks. Alright, well, I was like trying to grind it out, maybe get into a position where I top deck the right thing at the right time, and they brick for 2 turns, and then boom, and no. They just drew Collecting Company and made 100,000 power and gained 100,000 life. And I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but I promise you it's pretty close. Okay, do I want 6 of these? I think the answer is yes, and I'm not happy about it. But typically they have Llanowar Elves, and then they have 8 2s that are must answer. So, yeah, is the answer. I'm going to put in Giant Killer because it can kill that stupid busted ass 3-drop that anthems everything and gains you 100 million life. I definitely need it for that. So what the hell am I taking out? I need counter spells because, well, you have to counter Collected Companies. Probably can go to 3 monuments. I think I want all of this towns, so maybe it's just Kirin, or I can seed on some of these seam rips. Let's do this, this. And I guess these. I think I want the Shepherds. Like, I think that getting Giant Killer is actually relevant. I think in a lot of board states, it's an important thing to be able to kill the big angel after it grows your board. And sometimes you can just kill, like, sometimes they're gonna trigger the Resplendent Angel, but since it's getting +2/+2, you can Giant Killer before it makes the additional angels. Okay. Not going to say this is the hand that beats the Collected Company deck, but it is a hand that has cards. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I would love to have Path to Exile and Pioneer. I think that would be a nice card. I don't think it would be too good for Standard. I don't know. At least the way things have been going. I'm just going to interact with everything they do. Hopefully they can't get to 4 mana sources. Maybe we can get some help. Have some sort of pressure. Okay, opponent. You shouldn't have conceded. You could have still beaten me. You don't know how shitty my deck is. Alright. Go again. So I could have 6. Like, I could have 6 portable holes on the draw. They showed me elf. I assume they have 6 elves. So I think they have 14... Or excuse me. Yeah. 14 things I can seam rip. In addition to angel tokens. You can decide for yourself how many portable hole / seam rips that requires. I don't really know mathematically. 5 sounds about right. I think this always has to happen. Invasion is kind of embarrassing against angels, but like I've been saying, I just have to interact with all their stuff. I just kind of have to hope that their deck fails and all my things end up being good. Like, if they play the 2/4 here, it's pretty rough. I think I'm probably just going to send my garbage and hope they let me Eiganjo them. Because I made an attack in an earlier game that was just Kirin. Alright, how problematic is this? I think this is... I was going to say it's fine, but I didn't really think about the portal. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just the stone nuts. Fuck my life. What am I supposed to do? I can't beat this, right? Kind of surprised I went after the Giada. Alright, I can beat this, right? I'm complaining for nothing. Okay, so what do we do? So, this is... How big is this going to be? It's only going to be a 4/4. Kind of assumed it was going to be bigger, but this is not an angel. So we could have double blocks here. I think I'm supposed to take company and just try to beat the other cards. This is winnable, I think. I think I overreacted. For the first time in my life, I overreacted in a Magic the Gathering game. Never done that before. Alright, sure. So double block. What do I even go after? Yeah, I mean, the other thing about this is if they don't block... I mean, they have to block, right? If they don't block... Maybe they don't. I get landing plus Eiganjo without even spending the card, and then it also turns on the Otawara. So they have additional Giada. I think I'm just getting my stupid 1/1. Like, the 1/1 has value with the invasion as well, so... So yeah, we've got our bodies. Again, we can go landing, Eiganjo. 3 things come across here, and then I trade for the... Resplendent. I guess they're going to play this, right? They're not going to play Resplendent, but maybe they want the stats, because this is only an X2. I mean, this would be a crazy game to win. I don't think I'm actually going to win. I try to be positive for the past few moments, but I don't think... I don't know if this board state is going to translate to a win. We'll see. I just don't really have pressure, and the fact that Giada is giving them all these stats means it's going to be hard for this to actually translate into something relevant. I guess I'm just going to Otawara the Resplendent Angel, though, so maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe, like, the counters from 1 or 2 attacks. Okay, so do I want to kill Giada? If they draw land, they double spell. It's pretty bad for me. Otherwise, I'm just saving a 2/2. I think I still have to kill Giada. Kind of hope they don't find a land. Could have besieged you. Okay, so maybe now at this point, if we find this town ain't big enough, we can do stuff with our Stormchaser's talent. If they don't have untap land, if they just like play this and we get to Otawara it and attack, how much pressure I'm gonna have? I'm gonna have 3s. Okay, so they have shock land. Alright, we're fucking doomed. Yeah. It's all bad, everything sucks. Alright, we're the best. It's all great, everything's good. I'm gonna have to go to this. So when they draw land, they're gonna gain 140 million life. Maybe they'll just never draw land. Please don't immediately draw land. Thank you. Okay. I did say don't immediately draw land. Alright, we lost the stupid fucking angels. I mean, I top decked, but they did the same. Oh, what's your life at 31? Okay, cool. Very good. I have to keep playing because I drew that. I mean, I'm getting murdered in the air. I'm getting absolutely murdered in the air. So I have to give them 3/3. Skyclave this, take 8, and then Otawara this, and they have to never draw land, which means they're only drawing spells, which means I have to beat whatever the fuck that is. What if I just Otawara? So if they brick on land, they can't activate this. I guess this is not that likely to trigger. If I attack with this 3/3 prowess. I'm so dead. I don't know why I'm spending so much time thinking. They block with 4/4, they eat it. But it's like, it has prowess, so... Like, they could be playing around, like, into the Flood Maw. I don't know. Kind of want the stats. It's just, it's so doomed. The fact that this is just sitting here staring at me. Yeah. And this is not activated abilities, right? Yeah, it's just cast angel spells. Okay. You got me. I think making plays like that in spots where you're this far behind is, like, probably good. Like, I didn't end up actually just throwing a card away, but... Okay. That needed to happen, and it did. I mean, this collect company has to be a bad one. It certainly cannot be a good one. I guess they're never trading, right? Whatever. Just pain. Just pain and suffering. Pretending that this game is winnable and wasting all this time. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I guess I can draw another Skyclave Apparition? I don't know. Okay. GG's.